Hey guys, Paggigalo here, and kind of a bit of a new series. This is what I'm gonna call, what I'm planning on calling Indie Inquiry. The name might change by the time it comes out. Who knows? But basically, what this is every month there's a service called Indiebox, where every month they send a game through the mail, and they send like a lot of stuff with it. It's kind of like Loot Box, but in my opinion a little bit better because they send a game with it every time. And so, you know, you get a game every month, and this month, August, which it's not September now, but for the month of August, the game was the Stanley Parable, and they got some cool stuff in the package. Got like a mouse pad that I'm actually using right now. Got like a tie, got like the actual game case and a bunch of stuff. So, you know, it was pretty cool, and I thought some of the... So I'm looking over on my shelf right now, and some of the indie boxes, like I didn't really play the games for a lot, and I kind of wanted to change that. And I was like, well, how can I do that? And I'm like, well, by making a series, and just because that way I'll actually play the games for at least a little bit, see if I like the game, and then play it more if I like it a lot. But Stanley Parable's a short game anyway. I've never played it before, but I know it's decently short. So I thought I'd just get started right on it, and so yeah. So this is the Stanley Parable, and I'm gonna play it now, I guess. Here we go, begin.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, so that's the intro there. I should mention I'm gonna lightly edit this video. I'm not just gonna have it be like just the whole time I'm recording this, but it's gonna be lightly edited. Now, I did play back in the day. I did play the original Stanley Parable, the mod for Half-Life 1, but was it for Half-Life 1 or was it for Half-Life 2, or was it just a Gary's mod? I don't know. But I played the original one back in the day, but I never played this one, so might as well get started.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What does this say? Can I zoom in? Oh. Alright. Guess I did something there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So the cool thing about the Stanley Parable is you can kind of choose whichever direction you want to go. Even if the narrator says something, you can do whatever you want. So, but I think I'm going to follow him for now. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I don't believe you, dog. There's something here. You're lying to me. Is it the Fallout
There was nothing
wire?
here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. no reason to still be here.
He's lying to me. Something's gonna happen.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Oh.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid
Really?
he was. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley's addicted to drugs and hookers. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Dun dun.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
All right, so let me show you my thought process this year. This is a little creepy. This place is creepy. I should call 911 actually, now that I think about it. But okay, so this place is a little bit creepy. Turn down here. Mind Control Facility. Now, do I want to go into the mind control facility? Wonder some things about human life and wonder what's going on, or do I want to escape? So the first thing I think is, obviously I want to escape. But then I look at the escape sign and I see it's sprawled in red letters, sketchy ass red letters, and then I look down the hallway, and that looks like someone's gonna murder me if I try to go down there. So you know what? I'm gonna go in the mind control facility. I'd rather live but be confused about human life than die down a weird tunnel that says escape. Is the game gonna force me to go in there? Alright then, there we go.
That's her, Stanley.
That scared the shit out of me.
To be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh. Unplug it.
As Stanley picked up the phone,
it worked.
A white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose...
So even he's like, how did you do that?
I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
I was just pressing E on it. Sorry, dude.
No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
All right.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which
Fire.
choice would you make?
Fire.
Remember that unlike
Fire.
here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness. Is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack. Oh.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Alright.
Welcome back.
What
You may
the
have noticed
hell
that this
happened?
room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Danger
But
everywhere.
Not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Alright, let's go. Ooh. Upgrade.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door
Don't do
lay
that.
all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Yes, large order of bacon cheeseburger and fries.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yes, a large order of bacon chili cheese fries. And
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear.
yeah, you're mishearing me. I'm ordering.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine.
What?
You're not going to do it?
How do I
But you
do
know
it?
What? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide.
How do I do it? I tried.
I asked you for this one single thing.
I
for your
tried.
respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows
Dog.
for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had
Night
to
Shark
show you,
115.
then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you
You
come this
forced
way?
me.
Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
What?
I need you to walk through the door. Stanley decided to go up to his bosses. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with
Alright,
me.
I'm here with you, boy.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct. Whoa.
It kind of makes sense.
That got a bit weird back there. Well,
That actually kind of makes sense.
Not sure where I was going with all that.
No, I get you.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to
Alright,
lighten
let's
the mood.
listen. Yeah, dude. It's good line following music.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this
I
hall,
fucking knew it.
Stanley would meet
I
his
knew it.
violent death.
I knew it. I said on the one when we went there earlier. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna die here if I go down this
The door
dark and
behind
creepy
him was
alleyway."
not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I mean, he did, but he did
At this
not do
point,
it.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, dude. Here we go. I don't know if I'm still in the confusion ending or whatever. Loading. We're in like a pod now.
As the machine whirred into motion, and
surprised-
Stanley was
I'm
inched
surprised I,
closer
like,
and
survived that
closer
fall.
to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Yep.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Oh,
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
oh.
Meaningless, making life the
Oh,
same.
yes, this.
Do you see now?
Oh, yes, I do see.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yes, quite. Oh, yes, this painting reminds me of the morning dewdrops, and this painting reminds me of my second house up in the mountains, and so does this one. This one reminds me of the Irish lands. I visited them once. This one reminds me of a nature trail I went walking with my wife one time. This one reminds me of the sea, which I often take my yacht out on. And this one, I don't know what the fuck this one reminds me. I don't think that reminds me of anything. Stanley's computer, hey. Office layout, ooh. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here's a selection of these emails. How do you stay in shape? I wonder if these are actually people. They probably are. I wouldn't doubt that they were. How do you make a JRPG? How do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? Michael M., you probably learned how to finish your questions. I appreciate the approved Stanley game as a work of art and standalone title. I appreciate the credit given to art, which is why I'm eager to see a sequel prequel standalone companion game, because art is a good censoring. Sincerely, Art. How's the game going? I hope it's as good or better than the first one. From a cool man. James Irvine, you're overselling yourself a little bit. Are you a rock? Alright, we're just gonna leave after that one. That's, yeah, we're done with that. About an hour and a half, getting a little bored of this game. I mean, I'm sure people play it for a while, but... And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I've missed.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna end it here. This is a fun enough game. It was pretty interesting for about an hour and a half. Pretty good. I like it. It was pretty good. I liked it. I mean, I didn't achieve all the endings, but I think I'm done here.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time choose.
So, is that it then? Alright, cool, nice game. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm done. Like I said, fun while it lasted. Interesting little game. Probably won't ever return to it, but yeah, it was good. Good enough to warrant me playing it for an hour and a half.